Happy Independence Day.
Well, welcome to the day of pretense and hypocrisy.
Adain.
So we the Arametina catch I said the Brunya no. Who the Brunya who call back George Rollins time.
Yes.
Nako heju for man I saw for the Ghana for this Momoka. And I heard central for some to na independence so the solemn nature of the Ghanaian, as you say. We are saying we are Ghana for about 6 months. You know, so it's a day of pretense, it's a day to be a coward, it's a day to be an ostrich. And I have never been proud because we let me quote Yakika Yenim Echre Unyamesom Papa Emuankasa Hodeno i.e. Emua Hodeno. And I'm going to walk you through the anthem and the pledge. The first and the second stanza. And then you understand why it's a day of pretense. So I say, because yes. What's the relevance of that celebration? There's absolutely no relevance. And this suggestion above from time immemorial, be simple, straightforward. Because yes, it's true. You walk through and all media houses. I never knew the Ghanaian still remember the values. Say you see Kasa, say you see Jesus, say you see over the deeper bako. Or the free nekono, where Kasa, where Neye, where Namuntu. So a deceptive day for all of us. It's not a day to glorify because and then I can Munyam Shema Ghana Nibia Wano and then I see a soon. A soon Janoma be brave so a sooner ye Yashu any pabonia no crying to me in my home Yanyachu any a boa payo. I said that and nay Utiano Pauti joy Uti Ekusi Utia Duma from Benjamin Obi Obas as a she who be a good soul na Ghana
born again.
I'm saying this are Ghana where I need from General a big crossy a cool AC a bit of papa mu a bit of tron in contempo central for the dear temperature say a month for Dean. Ghana no na ye na dia ye so o ka obedi dia oh he said I was asking and I will be able to after 67 years is this the Ghana that you want? What has been your contribution to the Ghana that you want?
A very important
question. What has been your contribution to the Ghana that you want? Is there you almost say yeah as you be free Czechoslovakia ba no abeshishe Ghana na ye peno or the amaye. It's anybody we are na oko na ye Ghana for no ya betinim. So that question social media after 67 years is this the Ghana that you want? It will never be the Ghana that we want. What has been your contribution to the Ghana that you want?
Part being we play in getting us where we are.
A part. We are DC, we are Centroni, we are market woman, we are Dredini, Gutane, Kakrana, Obi, and Yamaka, just that Kakrana. Talent there, the Mauno, who took a share from an hour the Koyed. That's the point.
Oh, yeah, a jack na wood, Yemi, Wabusia Kakrano, some nuclear family,
Okrano be the Woody Japadia,
Busia Kakrano, or ye, and Mabami and Sano, what bonnet Kakrana, managing. And every nation's development starts from the family unit. The family unit. It is a very strong, responsible, prosperous family. A problem.
I'm saying it's a day we are celebrating hypocrisy, cowardice in disguise. You pretend say, "Ready how do I president?" Sanko 4 ways said, "O must you have 2 or more." A
cuckoo down for no bubu.
Yes. Shenimonyam any other Joe must say no. I'm on my Ghana. It's your muja chino. Menu me on the public back as a chino mujano. Any what the catcher will say, Nana the responsibility on who says, oh, my Ghana could not be busy. And His Excellency the former president. Meanwhile, Mammy Emma, a former first lady.
Yeah, and Lordina Mahama.
Me mano, I would up
the birthday.
Osa Eboa, a ma can call Mebuzi, or very good interest.
Yeah,
ma and me. Yeah, I'm happy.
Lordina Mahama.
Yes, birthday to you.
Oh, yeah, Osaya Bununi.
Yes, na me catch a fear among Quano Pese. Na, or coach Ana. What time?
Nakunya no.
Yeah, Nakunya. If you see the effect, I got to offer.
Yeah.
Who's him? He will
also come. The first Bono, our first lady on.
Debbie a Teresa Debbie and I said James Messenger.
Yeah, Teresa Kofo.
Yes, yeah, Chibuno. Yeah, bravo.
Okay.
The way a Bono East and away a Bono. What I said, I could have.
Okay.
It is a Kufo late.
I think of some movie Sunyani.
Them shall be a Bono.
Sunyani
on Kranza.
Bono East. Okay.
I teach him and Kranza you free that.
It more produce two first ladies.
Two, but ABA for the records will be crack and baby a Africa Cardia. These are two key.
My name say Buzi and Yeri Bono.
And so be new to brown was here.
It be Nana couldn't do Ajma Rollins of the region bay.
Now no chill was
Nana couldn't do Ajma Rollins of the region.
Now and you'll be back here. Come by
but only not me share names, Norman Penny. Yeah, I think to refresh the minds of Omuaiti, you know, listen to these. And when you make an impactor, when your name is mentioned, something will hit the minds of people.
Exactly.
Ain't Oman Penny in the order Oman Penny boy, you know, Joseph Boache Dankwa,
yes,
JB Dankwa, Edward Akufo-Addo, William Ofori Atta. Ena obo Emmanuel Obichebi Lamte, Ebenezer Akun Ejei, Kwame Nkrumah, George Alfred Grant, R.S. Blay, Kwabena Kese, Kwabena Kese ndiye mention their name. Kwabena Kese, Francis Awuno Williams, Ni Kwabena Boni.
Oh, say. Offspring be so active in modern day politics.
Yes, it's true. Ni Kwabena Boni. Almost no oye boycott hene.
Okay.
On the oye
boycott.
Yeah. And ni nyina ka independence struggles no ehho. Ena oba down be ball. Omo e forming the Aborigines Rights Protection Society. Their membership included Jacob Say.
Okay.
And Jacob Say is okay about one of the very first Ghanaian millionaires. There's no. Yeah. The history ne kase as a Japadia idijano me kan baby so almost say okonrem baby no okoto kuku bi na kuku ne gold kwa. And he became an instant millionaire. In fact, time na e was Gold Coast lawyers no echo England. Any the Queen of England echo Tanaseka and Sass main Sasa money no. He paid for the entire trip. Just too much. Just too much. I was at normal the ship he took he paid for the entire trip. In fact, omucha uko Cape Coast and now was a Cape Coast sa old buildings he was filthy rich. At that time. They did the Jacob Say. In your no contribution and yet sponsor or more anka ye konya Zimbabwe situation maybe where anka na yen sa se da so abrofo but that singular move only means sasaba mo ye na yetimi J yen sa se yen issues other countries no enya obo George Moore Joseph Casely Hayford and the Venerable John Mensah Saba. Who say about John Mensah Saba in history? And only the first Ghanaian lawyer. The first Ghanaian lawyer, John Mensah Saba. You were W.E.G. Kwabena Sechi. You were
Hughes, Papa, and that's what we did Hughes.
A bit my how. And you were J.W. DeGraft Johnson.
Okay.
That's also a very popular name. J.P. Brown.
J.P. Brown.
On the low side. Very on the low side. Obo Nana Ya Santua. Ejiso. Obo James Agri Quedry.
Okay, powerful.
Quedry Agri. Very powerful. Obo Sergeant Ajete.
Yeah.
Corporal Atipo. private Odate Lamte.
We say celebrate your power.
We shootings no. Yeah, shootings no, crossroads shootings no.
Yeah.
Obo VB Anan.
Okay.
Jimmy Christ Thurston.
Okay.
Mabel Dove. Equia Shosho.
Oka Anan Dominic. Na NBC for Anan be very vocal. Lawyer no way.
Danianan.
There be all over.
Oh yeah, Danianan. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Now when him Equia Shosho.
Where are you? Now call you. This is also.
But say obi online so nti me ba kai me say me do Equia Shosho. Na yen to aso modina aka no. Ekosi sense high asem 94.7 FM. Kwekwa Asante reported from the Cathedral, National Cathedral site. Me name say bibi ikoso ho Kwekwa Asante akwa aba net saying
obi rejo so
na enne de Independence Day na National Cathedral site or the wamane ho
Obi say obeka 2021 budget and finance minister Ken Oforiatta editor Ghana for nyani said National Cathedral NPP aban AC no the expectation is the 5th of March 2024 and aban the be National Cathedral no send the public can get access to it. So it's been 2-3 years of construction, but the National Cathedral is still at the foundation level. In fact, the NDC MPs led by Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa have made a lot of noise about it. Say Omano assay sikapa in an effort to construct the National Cathedral. And this March, I expect say no be a cathedral no. NDC MPs led by Sam George, Asin North MP James Kwesi, Ododo MP Sam George, and so Sami Jensi, National Communication Officer. They all went to the National Cathedral site to do what they call a symbolic commission of the facility. Of course, we know the facility no yet open as of now. It is still at the foundation level. Now, what was expected to be a short ceremony, a peaceful and uneventful event, you know. And now you do National Cathedral, and Chemu who said very heavily armed military men and some security agencies, all of them wielding guns, had mounted a barricade right in front of the National Cathedral there. And then a holiday, and the contractors are also not on site. And so as far as they are concerned, the MPs should not be allowed to get inside. And that is the order that they have been given. In fact, these people were being led by a military captain who spoke with the MPs initially. The MPs said they don't intend to go inside the National Cathedral because, of course, because of the publicity Ablakwa had done around today, there was some heavy security personnel around the facility. In fact, the entrances have all now been closed. I don't see, they said they just want to stand in front of these entrances and then do a news conference. But the military will not allow that. In fact, at some point, it became a confrontation when the MPs and the people they came with wanted to force their way through, and the military say they will not also allow that. It is also a video there.
Say who channel videos on YouTube and Facebook Oba Asempa FM ube hu videos no way Kwekwa Asante videos on Sunday you see Okudzeto Ablakwa Sam George Sami Jenfi in that way with the military men. It's an interesting sight into Uba ube hu videos ni bi sisi amu amuti. Yes, Kwekwa to asoma me.
And it became such a confrontation for nearly 30 minutes. MPs and the military were in a standoff trying to find some amicable solution. The MPs insisted they wanted to go to the very far end of the National Cathedral. They obey the Physicians and Surgeons College, you know, and then they can do a news conference from there. The military also say the order they have gotten from above and the instructions they have is that they should not allow anybody over the Electoral Commission head office. So it became such a confrontation for a long time. The MPs were pushing their way through. They were able to push themselves a few meters ahead. But the police and the military blocked the entrance with 2 vehicles. And then the MPs had no option than to stand right in front of the new Electoral Commission headquarters, raised, you know, and do their news conference. Of course, there's also a wall there that separates the EC head office and then the National Cathedral side. And so the MPs, Ejna Hall, and then Central for Kafar, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa making a lot of demands, including they should dissolve the National Cathedral, the Secretariat. They should dissolve the advisory board that is chaired by the former chairman of the Pentecost Church, Apostle Kokonina. So it's been an interesting scene here. The military were successful in blocking the MPs from accessing the National Cathedral side. But the MPs say they've made their point that this is a wasteful expenditure, this is a wasteful endeavor. They don't expect a country that is full of the IMF to throw so many millions of dollars on National Cathedral. And as of now, over $40 million have been sunk into the project. They still call it the expensive man-made pit in the world. So, and before they are getting back to Parliament, and they say that they've been able to communicate their message to the country.
But in their press engagement, and because Omanhene reps from the NDC, was there a categorical statement should the NDC win power in 2024? And now they are towards our National Cathedral, so I'm making that categorical promise.
Yes, in fact, some of the Queen's Blackwa is categorical. Say there's no future NDC government that will even put a penny into this project. What they want is a national dialogue to decide, say, what are we doing with the site? You see school and now you see hospital, or what exactly are we doing to the site that used to hold the Department of State, some luxurious apartments and other things. But as far as they are concerned, they are categorical. No future NDC government will even pay a penny towards the completion of the National Cathedral facility, and they just want a national dialogue to decide, say, as a young summer in the middle of Accra, a very, very expensive place in Accra, how much land costs in this area, what exactly is going to be done. I think we need to build a school or something. They are demanding a national dialogue on that. But they are clear in their mind that a future NDC government led by John Mahama in 2025, if they win the 2025 election, will not continue the National Cathedral.
Nasa symbolic cutting of tape, me who see our videos I will send there, and mountains had in front of the pit, and as an
yes, right in front of one of the entrances to the National Cathedral. And because the door was locked, they were not able to get access to it. Until they mounted what is normally used to commission projects, balloons, in Ghana flags. And they used that right in front of the place. And then Sam George, Okudzeto Blakwa, and the NDC MPs then went ahead to declare that, as far as they are concerned, the president and his finance minister, who sank so much money into the project, cannot come here to commission the project because it's a site of embarrassment in their own words. And so they are doing a symbolic cutting to show that the government is embarrassed and that this project has just been a waste of everybody's time and money.
Kweku ma yenase na yemfensi bibia ni ebesen ba bidin komobio. Why?
Oh, we made us.
Yeah, that's it. Kweku Asante and yeten and kaninti oba obehu videos nibi on yen live stream both on YouTube and then on Facebook. On Facebook, Asempa FM Extra, and on YouTube, Asempa 94.7 FM. You would see Okudzeto Blakwa, Sammy Jemfi, Sam George, and a host of other NDC MPs. Our more symbolic cutting of the tape and almost addressing media. Earlier, muhu video na there was near fisticuffs between any soldier for na a protected site. Earlier, more follow Sammy Okudzeto Blakwa on Facebook. He's done some posts indicating say na obedi. And I think 3 days ago, and Osha telling the Ghanaian people, Asasia Yedisi National Cathedral, Nyoma ne waso Yebu Ediguye, Bungalows for Judges, Judicial Training Institute, Passport Head Office, Scholarship Secretariat, Bungalows for Shraj, Waterstone Realty, Luxury Apartment Complex, Headquarters of Comsys IT Firm, and at the Malian Ambassador's Residence, and on Nyoma Yebu, and Enra, he indicated, say, he would be engaging the media from the world's most expensive pit. And on Amsona and Mijidi say ma soja for no echo kugu. And that's our very first story. But I'll take you back to Nkomo na ye di area na for your comments be on this na ya sign the aba. And ne bobo impanyifo nananom eboa ye magana enya yemfa hudie because of kind national pledge na eka say we should also look at what our forebears have done. We'll come to the national pledge and the national anthem. But me drew a queer shosho. Ye wo dede ashikinshan and ye wo komla agbeli bedema. Ye wo kojo botio. Ye wo kofi bakon krobo edusei Nancy Tibo Mumuni Baumia SD Dombo. Yeah, ne papa. At the time, I think he was information minister for Nkrumah. Yeah, wo SD Dombo, Kofi Abrefa Buzea, Joe Apia, Victor Owusu, RR Amponsa, Bafo Seyakoto, Modesto Apalu, SG Anto, Yakubu Tali. Okay, I think Yakubu Tali we no more de Tamale Airport no. No, yeah. Yakubu Tali, Ephraim Amu, and a host of others. And Oka said Osaibon Kroma Dimbio for special mention for the Independence Declaration. He later on mentioned Tete Kwashi and his role in bringing Cocoa Fest to Ghana and a host of other Ghana in Penyifua Eboa Emienya Fahundi.
Well, obviously my catch was well, the echoes were Nebiano, just these optics, you know, the relevance of celebrating today. You know, and sometimes we give ourselves away, you know, as politicians. You know, until we require the members in commenting, all of us, we are falling short of that nuclear promise. You know, and this cathedral matter, no, is a matter that a bind you being a quenya or babetina or beshenwa can once in me because you simply can't understand it.
Yeah.
Because the whole cathedral is it's difficult to understand it. The Omuye, apart from say Omupe political capital out of it, you know, is relevant in a way. Because Nisika Kumbi, we're interested stakeholder. It is a Bosha Moshe said the 6th of March 2024. Which one or the idea go there. Even though the political capital outweighs the relevance of idea and it's very key for us to understand and know why
what's happening
up to this point. Sika do na ya ji Ghana isika ka wono ene mwa hodo amunya yina ene sa KPMG nhwehwemu bi ekoye baby aide akodu baby bia isa say dey amanyo semji no reality is that yenya the proper results I think it behoves the board of trustees to do a press conference and tell Ghanaians, say, this is where we are with the National Cathedral. And what man for the boy and the Yenyani. Yahu says, Sikana Yanyan ain't means so. And it's all mining soon this car, we are putting it on hold for now. But I say, quiet. It's a bit worrying. It's a bit worrying. Oman Kasano, Yabeti, a man was a winning for Swasucha, a man was a Edimpuntu. Because you pay to me. In our done in Kuntumpo, and in your bay for the cameras in Kwana. Yeah. But the crap pan is a mining Kuntabone and Nukridi, and your miner who dono. Atia Quacha baby. And sometimes I may per se NDC, sometimes I may per se, pre NDC Bamna Coma Bigna power. So I blend the senior, Yanya Kavko be on the committee, 1,000 of them. And the references will be MPP people. Because that's how we have lived in this country. That's how we have lived in this country. In opposition, your political parties, we are up to the task.
Solid on all fronts.
Well, almost ambitious in parliament. Oh, sorry, na Sam George, sorry, no Kujata, sorry, na Kanda, sorry, no. As you say, Ghana, no, ye jamo mo na. I'm saying a quab and my bibia better to poti. Come. Give them the power. That's where we are now. Trust levels. Give them the power today. It's a different matter altogether. The moment you start questioning them, no more so I say refer. Uti Kusi says no. Bibia we na
and then okay.
So how are we going to move this country forward? Your comparisons say you na na dey twe ko akiri. Ye kan na ke of force bia. Entuma cathedral pay for rent na mo so da. Edu ba bi so ka citizens no ya da and media so you are not helpful and correct. Because we need to push them to bring it out. Can you know na you be oni so dey hu na ye sika ni ma we don't care. Even though that prime area now is
valuable,
but you say you know who is accounting to us? Because you need to account to us. Any attempt to talk about the cathedral in the state we are antichrist. Undo Ghana, undo Nyame. It is a person ye diaobi. That's why me catch us a day of to say
I think the regular updates should come.
As we speak,
Oh yes, some Momo anyway. Yes, in at least we should be updated to know, sir. This is where we are, and yes, sir. Meaning say a ferry, especially for board of trustees. And your ferry, sir, we've gotten, and I say, we've been hit with genuine challenges. It come and state and let's know, sir. Sika akomuni so far, and then we move on. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
E also be Danny River Jordan. Maybe a boy is na poor fat na fe e be rora emia hodo. You know the power of and the force and so to back. So
I think that update should come. That update should come. And
any problem
it should come. It should come. My name is one of the Ministry of Information, mid the press now mo ye no. The board of trustees and the secretariat should take one. No more for update Ghana for. So far Sika where your account
about the cathedral. I call back and forth, back and forth. You know, some of us, because you know who God is, a personal experience, a relationship with Him, it hurts.
Because I've also gotten to a point. I think, so man, if already we've sunk, as we've heard in media report and briefings, Ako Parliament near the if we've sunk $40 million in such a project, then it's only proper because as can you man in Shingu, it's either we decide say yan twice on the and I say as Okudetomo suggesting maybe a national dialogue. So the whole country decides say we say in the day.
Well,
but I don't think it also helps. Say Vice President Dino, the ostrich back road no. I don't think the National Cathedral and how prime that land is should be left in limbo.
That is what
we need to do something about it.
That's why they catch us and they dare pretending.
Yes.
And they dare ostriches.
Yes.
Because Wako Vice President, this administration will tell you what has gone into the Vice Presidential building.
Yeah.
And then is no power. What has gone into that building?
Because so far we spent over $10 million.
Because nobody cares. And I'm saying power no be edge, you know. Yeah, you need to say Kwame Nkrumah days since Uncle for this. No. Yeah, because you want to just get power, make money with our friends and family, get away, and nobody comes and continue the job. Nobody is punished for whatever it is. Nobody is punished for whatever it is.
Yes.
It will be the crap pie, woman say. Me lay foundation in my say, you're chumney a boap, and your man your semen when you for so all king can ye pledge, maybe
the national pledge,
and anthem, and maybe king kind of it's a waste of everybody's time. It is either we resolve that we will corrupt ourselves till thy kingdom come, or a transformation, generational transformation. Yeah, we need to just change the psyche and the mentality and stop unnecessary partisanship. It's very sad.
Yeah.
Very, very, very. A Roma mobi. A Juma beer what Ghana say brodo. Go for the cabrudo. Pa no ton. Jebidini a bidi a kutunianka. A katwani agushi. Weleni kagru.
A katwani agushi.
Yes.
Okay.
So what I say, until we get to that point, and then I'm saying no, my man share the national anthem. A catchere menu obi and no more material. Or say. God bless our homeland Ghana. Did he Kobe?
Yeah.
We don't bless you and bless you.
What blessing that?
Make our nation great and strong.
Yes.
Are we great? Are we strong?
We are great, but we are not a very strong. And it depends on Sawoka stronger. What you mean? Is it strong in terms of our military might? In terms of our military might, I think in Africa we have one of the best.
Military.
It is strong, no should be defined.
And make our nation great and strong.
Yes.
South Africa, middle of the world is the center of the world.
Yeah.
Great and strong nation, and you be Ghana. As a result of the blessing,
in terms of the brand Ghana, we have also the mere fact that the first country south of the Sahara to have gained independence. They put here on a certain pedestal.
No problem.
In the greatness,
but when you come 4 times Africa champion, you be now can. And
yes.
Oh, a year says, and when you know that's Sujina, but Obi, who share when you know who's a Toko Brabby down. Uber from the most and when you know the Mino. Ntokuno bebre abedi down. We've been blessed with everything that a man who do bebre any brace of. We've been blessed with diamond, we've been gold, manganese, cocoa, timber, teak, lithium, bauxite. What have you? And blessed. Even this studio. If you dig now got now they're bro and as if was here a baby. Tetekwasi interchange. Unya or form now they bro and mekusima a baby. We've been blessed with everything that needs to be blessed with.
But the most important thing development, no, which is leadership. We've not been blessed with very good leadership. And we're a leadership on all fronts. Enra, the event now me moderator or British Council, no, which was a public lecture on has the Fourth Republic delivered faith leaders and good governance. Into one strand of leadership, which is faith leaders. How do you see faith leadership, traditional leadership, political leadership? Those are the tripod leadership of a state agent also in the faith, religion, traditional leadership, and a political.
Selfless. All these leaders now they will run through them. A selfless leader,
and we've not got.
Yeah. Ekas is a mimedi in fear 9 krana. Sa in fear 9. As I say, Timinya insurance so a year papa.
Ewo me mind so.
Obia otie. No one can say the essence of no na can defone to they be other don't quite you don't quite cano and
I was a year Juma. It maybe let's go back to the anthem. Into you do bold to defend forever. Bold to defend forever.
Are we that bold?
And are we even concerned about Ghana? To defend Ghana, or say we have to defend Ghana forever, or say defend the cause of our freedom and of right. Fill our hearts with true humility.
Fill our hearts
with true humility.
Yes. In
the way humility. Yes. Nyamema ya ho brase because on mine udru baby ahwa na a hand time bo wurawa
on mine
a problem now I was have arrived in your say fill our hearts with true humility, make us cherish fearless honesty. Anywhere we have to be honest with ourselves.
National security document,
yes, honesty,
transparency,
patriotism,
love for your country,
love for country.
Anthem,
fill our hearts with true humility, make us cherish fearless honesty, and help us to resist oppressors' rule with all our will and might forevermore.
Oppressors' rule, no? Oppressors' rule, and no quite intimacy for again in lesbianism.
Yeah.
Oppressors rule, no. I don't know intimacy for a pona is in the crown. You see a sign Kokumuti Bopo by Enfada. It is just the national anthem as a people, as a group, as citizens of this country, you know. So
and even the second stanza.
Second stanza, be rare.
No, me see even the national pledge has even more solid message in there. The national pledge in the crown. But Enra Mekai say at the British Council, sorry.
It breaks you down.
Then you come at all. You recited the national pledge. But second stanza of the national anthem say, "Hail to thy name, O Ghana. To thee we make our solemn vow."
Solemn vow.
We are going to say, sorry, them I want to hear more exchanging marriage vows. Solemn vow. Solemn vow, Nini. Or say steadfast to build together. We are building this country together. Together. We are building. It's a vow we've made. Steadfast to build together. Say we are building this country together. A nation strong in unity.
Can you just tell me where we are today?
A nation strong in unity.
Are we strong?
And we've allowed petty partisanship to you are splitting this country down the middle, man. We've split this country down, and we debate almost everything. This is Ghana. This is what we are all agreeing on, Dabi.
There's no problem with
propaganda laced.
Exactly.
Mischief laced.
Debating.
It is terrible.
Eye catching, eye pleasing. A true debating. a true debating.
We are not united on anything. And now could level and last week, okay, say even the Black Stars say bomb match. There are people who feel was a Black Stars
Lusu complete.
Now
Lusu complete.
Or say, and this is part of the solemn vow you make it to Ghana. In the Yaka steadfast to build together, Yaka a nation strong in unity. The next one is with our gifts of mind and strength of arm. In Nioma ya de be boa Ghana.
Onyamedia dum yen nyanso Onyamedia dum yen. Wo de be boa mo my Ghana.
Yen fa me wia Ghana. Ya de be boa Ghana. The strength of our arm. Yen fa ye dwuma den.
Si ya de na wo be ka che me.
Esu. Edi
se meko. Wo de wo kono. So mu fie. Rejeni mu na ba ji Ghana si o.
Ona ba Ghana.
Wa afo no. Pe de omo ye. Na de wo kono. The corner got we need a Ghana that is the corner cookie can see my kids. Na esukra akwati na nkasa mo watch now baby onu na interest wo eti omo last week appointment mo dio o match no na for obi a tell baby a interest akwasi aka just say Stephen of was a new month with the mom pie kakra bi na me fa nkona go ye maza onya eti adwira me so bi konya say akwasi wo obi sure ye milk system ni na jaw
and e ba ne say ano because they are all student
of course
platform
no so course say na obi e ho na wo say minim so influencer this is for Stephen of
sure
all students le ba church members apostolic empowerment ba eye o mates na no miri bo mu ne ba o ma mi fie o papa fie o yiri fie o sira fie o fa fie
omo e bon pa ma wo alpha awa nyina ba
now me say obi be ma quotation e yero de da wasio akom kire ya kire ye ka say fata wampa na no ka de me hu ye o me hu na na me wiem sound de we kosi was e bam
and am ka so be
minister
the pressure into who got na ho a the gift of mind and media amount, the strength of arm also the year Juma to push the Ghana project in the Derby individually. And I say, and your man as part of the solemn vow I to Ghana. No? All of the things we've said, say we will do, not say we will do all of them, whether night or day, whether night or day, in mist or in storm. We will do it. Unshaking.
Once a Ghana,
unshaking.
Unshaken. The sumo because it's Ghana
unshaken. But we've gotten to a point in this same Ghana and offer Black Star player na sika enka ho omo masa me say say wo hwe Brazil say Brazil omo bobo omo national team list na unso omo no coach ne be ye national address na wabobo players ne nyina di na dru ha players ne families masa omo TV ho na ye bo omo badin so okọ national team masa esen it's too much
na ye need part 22 out of 34 or even million
someone among kose Ghana Jesse for a tournament like
that is why sometimes people say yeah Anthems you know I think that we've lost the only a president's moment and the bobo office me feel na hey obi the whole Accra if you who do say na was a Ghana flag e dey bantam and e be see oko London no oko America
masa oko US card their airtime the US flag every I say a order say was say a dining kakra their flag
say one cry do na ma hu nyine no ha mu nchebu be
American flag
Canadian and American and British
na bobom enti that solemn vow ye nyina ya to Ghana no enne ye mfa nya adwuma because to the extent say unim say sports minister ba ha no Black Stars players ne ka so mobile World Cup qualifiers na matches mienu bi omo bonus ye ntua $5,000 omo je ansa na omo call AFCON no
can you imagine
can you imagine it is a national team now and what's a sense of pride for the players
so even who no ansa na ba qualified to be a DC a minister a national team player no hockey table tennis boxing it's a so crowd yamu go to rigid rigorous understanding of this national game in the place now yakobo AFCON World Cup ekemu ojo $5,000
oje just how mo
e chese won tiase crowd from
why
or
but I don't understand why it was a national team no ye dey here to say give me money I'll come and play for the Ghana Black Star. Hey, Obi, the national team of Ghana.
Obi, officials na mo bo ni bi. So mo jiska.
Omo je na say no.
Na wa mo bo ni bi ru koji na player no. Omo kwese player na chi o. Lesson the end bar almost home the
yeah.
Into mo Shagana. Yenya bo bi din say oye DC minister na na buso fashion white to parliament. Dentia problem wo. Yes wo Omanhene. Ye hwa wo betuma solve problem ti koko soa asoe no. Na problem na won ko solve na yifri ho. Na ye hihye papa. Na wabusuafo no na fofo aboshire e de ko parliament we wies ka. That is the issue. Now,
because if indeed what leadership entails, say a burden bearing, a burden bearing. I am the Shabbat. By the end, you burden bearing. Because leaders obey DC, System Macomb District, Amansia West. Now you're DC of Amansia. You don't have to sleep. I must say, you don't have to be able to sleep. I Indianye sirebone powder tuni we asem. It's a major issue. Major issue.
You see, Oman no. You were mrafefe bebre enye dwuma. Me maame oye party ni oye masoriba enti we de mo hwe ne enya no. Eno mo kan wo. Hwe Trump the America for year no. I hope so so biom. Hwe over $300 million aye dey ato no so. Yes wa kokoye no me bi emfata. E wo nyuma yemu. Ghana betimi aye say president bi a businessman ne be so no be a minister.
And I think Oman yenso no the culture around leadership I create Oman yemu no unse Oman osha ye political governance system no was modeled around traditional leadership in our country. Enti the president no the big man. Wakwese na Omanhene big man. Mo na sinyina no mo som no na ebe kasa e was obi be ma appellations ebe ma appellate because enne na me catch Dominic before say Omanpanyin ba be kasa no masa akola bi be kasa ya be 10 minutes obi so be kasa wo brofum abasobo appellations ye wi no nko be 20 minutes and I'm like what is this? What is this? What is this? Because that 20 minutes
not this regime.
No, that's what we've done. That 20 minutes, no. And come on, pay me any speech, no that me upon ko. I mean, this whole we raise the leadership to the extent say, what be the president? No, or take some ivory tower be so. And some big man because already we've immuned them from the challenge, day-to-day challenge they may face. On the car, no poto mu cross what plane on the traffic, on koto fuel, on trial light bill. Why immune from all the challenges? It is a osai na or because now the appellations near day sign be heap upon him. He said, "Oh man, it's him no. I in the dark could do level will be said. It is something we have to stop."
Me name me team. You share. Omanpanyin program na but you be very striking. What are better transing?
Yes.
Akonya kesia sempa transfer Ghana coat of arms born or what try.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was a diplomatic faux pas. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
We need explanation because say what trying a better transfer a second year or non group.
Akonya de eba.
Yeah, the coat of arms and born. The way dear Omanpanyin akwakotra what's in the Rebecca.
I don't know. Did he Omuhu mistake this side changing and I say
Oman change it.
Throughout.
So we need explanation.
What are the seat of the president?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, the state protocol would have to explain.
They have to explain.
Say allow us hard and Koswa.
Because say more and coat of arms Debbie.
Yeah, I think they should explain. They should explain why.
That's what happened.
Yeah, yes. I saw the pictures, but I was like, pictures are real and 90. They say
video. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
That's what we are.
No, I saw it. Yes. I saw the picture on multimedia journalist platform.
Yeah.
There will be the picture never be told so. But I am the say what confirm it with the video.
There be problems.
I'm telling you.
And problems are just normal problems.
Yeah.
Problems are very much avoidable.
Yeah. Very, very much avoidable.
State protocol
yeah, they have some explanation to do. Because if they are there, and I don't think the president will say okay. We are my some friend, Madame Freddy, and you're when the coat of arms. Yeah.
Omanhene Kwabena.
Akonya no so, uto say we presidential seat.
Yeah.
No ohwa what on sa friend no. What man abetra. Na what na akonya front seat for yes. No many.
But are you?
I am telling you.
In Unse, there was one chair close to presidential.
Dominic, can we get a video? Because
it is our chair.
No, I'm telling you.
No, Dominic, Osha multimedia journalist platform. You see the picture now.
Yes.
Whilst we wait for it, no, Oman, the in the Akasa whether night or day, in mist or in storm, and I'll say, in every need. And honey, are very dangerous. In every need, whatever the call may be, in the Ghana minor tone safrewa, whatever the call may be, you have to respond. Or say to serve thee Ghana now and
evermore.
Evermore.
Yes.
Evermore.
To serve thee Ghana now and evermore.
Evermore.
And Debbie Ameka say, you war primary school, you're quite to national anthem, now you're to the words in there, no,
but that's what I'm saying. I make catch you. The say you praise.
Sure,
but in some
sure. Yeah, I'm funny serious. But we the national pledge. That's even where meet Nankasa or say.
Yeah. World Cup. No, World Cup.
Yes.
Qualify a seeker.
Yes.
Almost, and the minister can say they have to pay them. They have to pay them.
But so officials,
those officials, they be pushy.
Hey.
Now, Black Queens, Ekobo, Omo last game with Zambia. And they almost threatened boycotting the game. Say, Omo bonuses biakem. But me the end say, I'm not saying say Obi Obama a national team now and what say ye money pani baby. But when we raise the money consideration as like the primary thing, because how is it possible so be one national team?
And yes,
national team.
The pride alone, or the over or minor casano. Who say whether we lose you for one coffee?
Coco Bisa,
who say, as I said, and Munyam at toes.
Coco Bisa like the grusa. As a sicker work up.
How man into picture, Nini? Into that's the chair the president is sitting on.
And when you're painting,
exactly. Some penny the Watara Tesson. India, I don't know. They have to explain what happened. Nafe and that's the picture.
Coat of arms, I'm telling you.
That's
a video now. Coat of arms.
But one of the things we see who say when you take out the coat of arms, because the coat of arms is a symbol of our nation's authority.
Yes.
But we coat of arms ni free so as far as the chair is concerned.
It's for the president.
But kunya we nanado chair.
Yeah.
Okay,
this is a nanado chair.
Yeah.
Not a Ghana chair.
Na nya kunya Mahama teso. Mahama antina kunya we so. Because you remember when this conversation came, say, Omanpenyi ko baabi a onakonya, ko baabi a ontena obi akonya so, not na konya na eko. Inti we all saw John Mahama as president. Wantena konya we so. Fact.
Okay.
And this is an another chair. In the Eban is how you can excuse it, but where you cannot excuse him, they say, even though in another chair, no, the coat of arms.
Exactly, that is my concern.
The coat of arms, eboso.
Coat of arms.
Eboso. Into a man neighbor be carry the symbol of authority.
Exactly.
But anya sad dia man, apart from coat of arms, they can another chair.
And they can
I don't know why I say me makonya nina.
And coat of arms.
Yeah. But as a coat of arms, I don't know. In the coat of say baby, ebo what na chi.
There be nanim. Also konya ni o ma ye bi won say na bo.
Ma ye bi won.
It hu fili.
Ewa konya ni.
I am telling you.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe it's just a protocol for no.
It's either a protocol lapse or, as I'm saying, because it is an another chair. No? You understand? Nanado can say, "Chale, madam."
We will
not buy that Nanado chair for
that. Fine. Now, second, we coat of arms.
We will not buy that Nanado.
Now, no, because Mimi who say protocol for no. Do what try him at the bad days or here from so and so dinner and so dinner. Now we did it. Also,
in the is a guest of honor.
Of course.
We all know a guest of honor.
Coat of arms bomb.
That is the so. Yeah. But the other point they say
now Edgar P is deliberate.
Okay.
Or US of you say on
deliberate.
Deliberate to get what?
I don't know. And I make the only explanation the only explanation that make sense to me. What I said.
Yeah.
This is
it's another chair.
It's another chair. And we all know say in another chair.
Yes.
John Mahama did not use a kunyawe. There are Neoma John Mahama bar to say the presidential lantern. No?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's lantern or lantern. podium now kasa uze no office of the president
exactly coat of arms
no mahama bow baumia bow alanchematin bow you use that thing but none of our president at least in recent history and I use akonya we the only akonya here the omo could deliver state of the nation address from the call parliament and the but this chair itself another chair
coat of arms
I get that point I think we need that explanation we need that explanation but the other thing is say what's your presidential fleet now cars now presidential convoy say president on the car no na coat of arms
exactly.
Is it possible say Omanhene bi ba be pay courtesy call on the president obetima ma sa car no akwafa na fi airport aba?
I don't think it's proper.
No
I never. So if I'm in there, but team
na omumienu nyina betimi atenam.
Well, I know they can be considered.
But this one, you see, once a coat of arms, a symbol of authority.
No, the American says, yes. Car, no coat of arms, buenim.
No,
can they all sit in that car?
Megum kakrache say, me work share mubi. Ghana share me team. We should say, Madame for no Obi. Yes, London president. Yeah. Wamba. Oh, mina car no mamunja.
Ometnamin.
Na ye monko mokwaje dey.
Ye mfanko.
E hono de me madwene me gini say
ubetima ba say Sierra Leone president nim kwan
no betina ye share mu no odiko Ghana president say e ma ko president team bi
Dabi
what better Ghana konwa so me ko president no ono ya to abayi na o ya kan before ya kra ya ko machine mu no o ti na dey no ma mix blood is an
Asempa FM.
Okay, and I think that's the situation with the picture. But back to the national pledge, Omano say, I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal to Ghana, my motherland. Oh no, I was see a Kenyan amount. See a Kenyan amount for. Or say I promise on my honor. Into the word no yam. And before car, pay attention. I am promising on my honor, on my glory, and I'm a promise.
Obi me whom say. Bronika san cry, the children cry, no
until me the general assassin so be one. I know the no ye cheap. No, it me you when I'm
Anthem. Naka ye tun ya kasem. We ever to I because
now what me atiase. But and intina general assassin here one of our leading patriotism. Media no be one. In your man say I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal to Ghana, my motherland. Faithfulness and loyalty.
Public, civil, journalist, trader, software, businessman, MC, DC, minister, director general. Have you been
loyal and faithful to Ghana? If you are faithful to Ghana, you will not destroy the things that make Ghana. Because obi kra Ghana flag, obi kra to me Ghana flag set from no adaso. Hey, Ghana flag, o dey accept from adaso. On fanya hwe. Enti that faithfulness, that loyalty. No. Or say, I pledge myself to the service of Ghana with all my strength
and
with all my heart. It's a pledge. I pledge myself to the service of Ghana with all my strength. Yes. With all my strength and with all my heart. I promise to hold in high esteem our heritage won for us. In the end, Uncle celebrate Independence Day. It should be a day. Ghana Nibia, what is sixth March?
Who say yes?
You have to hold this day in high esteem.
You more than cherish it.
The biggest thing to happen to you. Also, US normal celebrate. Is it July 4th?
Yeah.
July 4th, right? Big deal. Big deal. And that should be how we will see March 6th. In high esteem, our heritage won for us through the blood and the toil of our fathers. Inti fathers na medi kai bubo mu nyina din no. Moja nananum enya hwiegu de ma ye
Omakopria ko hwiegu
e de amaye
ye de amaye faka ye de truka
the blood and toil when I say Oman and I pledge myself
in all things I don't think we
to uphold and defend the good name of Ghana. Yes. In the end, I say, Betrana say, Kase Ghana, no. Yes, ye nyoma nyina nkoye, but there are some good nyoma yaye. In the end, Kasa come say now there, and Betrana Ghana, and Muremu whom baby I wo, and but you have to defend the good name of Ghana in all things. It's a pledge we've made to ourselves. In Timua, you have the pension of selling Ghana out, Ghana cheap. You say all the bad things about Ghana, no? And the papa. And you say, and I pledge myself in all things to uphold and defend the good name of Ghana. Now, can't come into the so help me God. That's our national pledge.
Akonya, your traditional.
That's our national pledge.
Chieftaincy.
Yes.
Utu fakunya. Shesomo ye dubisi no kantamwa. Officer asam kitwa. The same thing. Now we are trying to bluff into office. Bluff kana woka. Yentam. Anything the juma mau. Se babe hwe Ghana so eda so ebi ma no ko wie sike de na yakopon de yare atoso wo be presa
because what can pledge
what can tam some be din for unwie sika unye we
o se nyame nsan mo
wo wie akọ wie sika yare na be toso wo nya problems go for nim wo de your former public official ministers na de I'm telling you wow enti me who say the time has come. Now, say o man biara.
Yes.
Ye decide you did juma na ka offices na de
yes. Say your mind penny for 14 from airport
offices na de.
I won't in for so.
Asempa FM.
I won't in for so.
Ube ra office na national pledge no.
I won't in for so.
Kakra.
We am shoes e
do ra ho na hu because I share the venerable Ephraim Amudie.
Oh, Jesus.
Where do you chi mu? Yen ara asasini. Eye abodin emayen. Moja na nanom hwiegu nyade to ho ma yen. E ha ne hia no. O se edrumi ne won soso se ye beye bi atoaso. Nimdie ntraso in kotokrane and was it saying?
I've forgotten the English word.
Kotokrane.
Kotokrane ne apesemin kuminya. Pesemin kuminya greed and selfishness.
Yes.
Or see a diambra mudem inti ama yenasa se ho dono atomu se. Because when greed comes because who doma unia, you will not be greedy.
No.
You will not be greedy.
No.
You will not be greedy.
I don't think that we've immersed ourselves in understanding.
No.
Oh, doma unia, true love. And Rana Susan Eduama Nkwa can say what is missing in our country a true love. Inti driver Nina Ojina car quine finfin say or funny panel. And funny hon say moye nipa 500 din a chikra and funny hon. Oh car and say open in Temako Babio and funny.
I'm running yeju.
Only apart from Rano. Only dog
Debbie
empathy ninimu.
Odidi no atogu baby no kon baby.
E don ninimu because e do wo mu a unim say wonam highway so cars be bredi wachi. Why would you stop in the middle of the road say wo fa obi? Onwi obi ahwe ono nko a. Enti na ka wa ha say nimde ntra so nkotokrane ne apesemi nkuminya. Edi yembra mu dem ama ya sase ho do no.
Yes.
Ama odo a wo magana atom. Enti was say oman yi be ye o. Say oman yi enye ye o. Eye nsena ho say omanfo wankasa na nado bra o. Wankasa John Mahama bra. Wankasa NDC bra ana MPP bra. O say omanfo ne bra ene kire. This is Ephraim Amu.
Way back before Fourth Republic.
So oman ne be ye o. So oman ne enye ye a. Eye omanfo ne bra ene kire. Omanfo bra ne ekire. Na se wo hwe second stanza na. O say enhoma nimde huhujan. Injan ana ade Hey, tree wait any kind of power.
No problem.
And no man true tree ni.
Aye. Oh, one true day.
To make kind.
That's the first one they make kind.
I
said we coach near 2 version man say making ga. Fe mi jo me come say that's of that's it.
Apostolic family.
FM.
Chale inti Omanfo ne brand, and I think that captures the everything we want to say.
Not just
Oman be ye say enye year. Omanfo ne brand. And Omanfo would include the president. Omanfo would include the vice president. Omanfo would include every single Ghanaian from top to down. Omanfo ne brand. Enti wo trot driver na wa makwan so obi to ka mu didi wi a. Omie window no ento aduane ne nto form no wo bra na e kire Ghana ye nyina ye no into wi a men kwotena wo TV a chense sa wo nan wo center table so na wo hwe TV a say Ghana ye fin why na Ghana ye fin no me na me say nwura ekoku kwan you know enti let's know so this is where we are. If we don't come to this realization we should as well forget it. Enti on Independence Day man ye no afriwa minim any other issue a opesa wo de eto aso na
yeah me de to aso quickly not taking the peace that we have for granted. Sub-region there because we nyame nim de oye.
Yeah.
If you look at the sub-region I don't know how God is doing it, but God is doing it.
Yeah.
So I tell you inti
Asempa FM.
My ho kwan. Nse dan me kan say ye na bribia da no ye ka kire ye ho say election year the stakes are high and masra ka kire ye ho say ye nka say about to we dance. If you heard the entire dance you say a dance kwan efe e cheze obi a obedi nkunim bia no ye wa homa bi wo ho a watim sa homa ne record bi am cheze wa break
yes
mampanyi a wakọ na hom jim a o sa prayer base obeye mampanyi
sure
mampanyi abedi echi a ono so all prese obaba beye mampanyi afew ko atifi mantem a hokra de efe keke if the way ni de di kan a atifi mantem for mienu akukudam efi bia ba ko a omo ba esi akan ejina political parties eji enema bebre man ye fe ana say man dance eji me pese biribi ada ye di nkomo ana ye bo bra no ye kasa no nkopeja nko kasa the stakes are high. There are no stakes high. The stakes will only become high when we allow ourselves for the stakes to be high. So if we don't want to allow ourselves a dedicated major stakeholders aye menu aye kotoaba ne hwe abato so ne part of the process no yenye careful yensema ye tworo yensema ye ka yenkoma ye di social media and traditional media yenye careful
okay amanyo for manfa baku bi mrem omo kasa e na okono abato enye okon e na okono ye ko 2024 no esisi edinkunim enye okon e ya adwenkyere ye koto ba ne ye yakanifo ye yomampanyi ni mase odwafo e ye okon enti se moka okono it kono the connotation
emwa kra obi emwa te meka se kasa no aye ka no aye koka the election stakes are high me dem ye free ho me see dance in every aspect of it.
It's a unique election.
Unique. This hard day dance so yamane and dance so ampa e be we china very beautiful. Now when you na bet me di mo we pay I shall see free me no mean so.
Yes.
Wa wutie ni wa wo hwe. We are e ba yen central for so say your moderation no. When we are moderating programs near Tronsem so how do I?
Yes.
Yen careful because obi a obabi a odi ade kana ene ya. It is all kind of credit only how. Dem de essay ni pedin the intro the intro so the some fata house and Johnny blackmail, character assassination, fake news, propaganda, lies, deception and all those things no yen limiting the crowd to 0.001%. When you are truthful to the situation it doesn't matter only pan we say what can no kure ebe hard there but na muntu so be di boni and obey basa otibi ka ori asem no kura na no kure o for electoral commission for and na okoto ba no o stamp mienu ka o ye fast e dia ko no kura na no kure ya chi problem be any there to be electoral commission for ye di ere na ejidi a show mumu no obi biara obenya akwanya not necessarily the commissioners
yes.
Obi a original electoral commission of Ghana and Emedi Juma everywhere you find yourself the idea shows that and say wo na kohwa abato so so kohwa abato so a hwese prepare yo because mrada ho said the idea shows say Okoyeno enye pepepe
presiding officers,
returning
pooling assistants, returning officers. No many manufacturing who smasi dra because SCA yo
papa
SCA
the idea also be say obi one ya manyo sem papa no one ya manyo for candidate no political party sympathizers and activists no NDC MPP movement and all those things no so we could share IPAC omo no credit enye juma the name one say yako IPAC ni nyina yaka se color ni white ni aba abontin
obi say on the ohun blue
obi say ohun blue if you any attempt to be as because o there be o
enye blue
commissioner ankasa kra trafita ba bonje mu nyina mo de message fita na se o si there be o so akwase commissioner ji there mu nyina yaka e honesty transparency truthfulness
yes
see entimi anya amfa we amoye ho bra about to be a becobia because the stakes are high it is eye packing common on mudino and ebi no so nya change positions no we say common sense any no credie eboa nkomodie bebre mu ne mra ye nyina ya sipo say he said the ebo by say ayi bo friend say inki
indelible ink
anybody do na CNG system ni ndi wi sa eti yesremo ingredient o de mo fa meta akire man eti gu ne de ingredient asusuko me nyini say baby eti fie du amanyo sem ne abato mu esi atwe ne dare we twi again too suspicious of one another every move
suspicion level
every move by somebody be electoral commission for the dates be about but this open on the buy there na party be
on calendar
yes na party be say kasa
Bribi mini samotete.
What you say?
Oh, mama, make us a mention. Bribi mini samotete, deputy EC commissioner.
Yeah.
Edin kono bisa ni say. I want the office. Adena muko IPAC. Na se musi jere wiya. No biya e kan bi fufu. Una so ka kire me. O say, omo de asem no to. No omo de hu nkomo. Certainly there are dissenting views.
Yes.
It do baby a omo to swaba.
And the majority obviously will
majority no into bon say obi a ono the open wanya no no afre radio station charbo fenti so no pie fidemo e no mu wie o e no mu yese o e no o say omo a
no confusing all
the interest omo a dey no be ya kwa omo so omo do mama no it's not our interest and pendu do na obi see e ka say e bobo so one after the other the NDC pa be ye Ghana and the MPP issue chere Ghana interest be no mo serve. It has never been 100% interest Ghana. Ghana treat them debia there form. Ye kwa 85% na a party ni na for ne ayere no mprane ebusuafo. Na Ghana kosoko ye Ghana with 15%. Na nipa kakra na aka no they nyina form 15% no. But they pretend, they behave as if say they are serving a certain interest that is the Ghana interest. No be. It's na ye beda ye be hu schools and the trees na. And then you don't schools and the trees. And then you don't say hospitals do not know bed in one and a health insurance. They be other challenges because we approach solving national issues partisanship. It's a national insurance scheme. Omanhene Kwabena. Our expectation is that we need to improve it. It doesn't matter the regime in power. There are no excuses. But you don't call out names and figures and whatever in a propaganda manner. When you come, now they want we are not national conversations have been turned to partisanship.
School feeding. Again, you no man kwadedi. About sample.
But even with school feeding, I'm sorry. Why? These politicians, Omo tricksters. I don't want to say they are gangsters. School feeding. I don't know who am to try under this video. The picture, but now question why you are we Opa my uncle in this school feeding pictures there or no one can I want to report. Now not the chair, but oh my benny
no.
Instead of us to look at the challenge and solve the problem, no. Yakocha insurance Kwabena. Then insurance go and check. Acquire insurance. Go and check. Dear school feeding for him. Almost Singaton the same from a Bible. The same. Now they will be a human. na 8 months ni entuaneka yesi e wa accountant ye omogusu ye omoyi go state to ma no omogusu ye obi mi kira de nyina no ye twen ye ko first 6 months nyina wi a no aketua ye tete e ba boom back pay ba boom ni entu ni age ni age that wa bobisia manatra in de e ma no ti oman nan kasa no e hye e di bu man no e di abufuo ni nyoma ensem fata de ba no
and I think on Bibia ye partisan I would be humble to admit, and I think the media in Ghana should be humble to admit, we've played by 95% role in how we've made every national conversation partisan, and I'll tell you why. Unse there were some issues about our development. We all as a people have to agree. Says Hanyoma way there, a national security. Health, education. But for us as content generators, content producers, one of our catchphrases, they say you have to generate or produce compelling content. Our man for no ebepe. Because over multimedia, for example, are the economics of what we do, no, and yet how much you generate or produce. But how much of what you produce is consumed. And that's the economics we operate. The core economics are you operate to. And when you want that attention, the opposite amount for consuming the will produce, it should be compelling. How do you make your content compelling? And when Charlie NDC for say MPP for and no Ghana for and so the audiences we serve no be brainano and no mope.
We have given them that taste.
Yes. We've given them that taste. And if we want to change because say Yebe making every issue partisan, 99% of that job is on us, the media.
Adia odia be yenya number 2 pe number 2 pe. Sa de na yentimi nim komo yi for instance. Ene you see LGBTQI obi di assembly ekoko ikofo bi di kan koda.
Yes.
You see, a brana Siama or University of Ghana, Lagos, 2016 or so, said 27. Now, almost is a facility. Now, about 16 million euros was there, and I must say, shoot to call. That means that I say, I won't borrow 34 or 44 something
to complete it.
Just time taking, picking technocrats, doing your research to analyze.
Yes.
General me catch a Wallace. That we could do for you. Say, sometimes I'm in Tiasi. A building project, me see what me crew.
Yes.
As of 2017, not dining in a met me win at a cost of 200,000 Ghana cedis. Menesika.
Anthem FM.
Baby, 3 months in it, and I'm called back to the same person. And I'm saying, na dino.
Me here be saying,
number for completion, and I'm 426,000.
Yeah.
And this within a space of
a political project. Or just a DC.
Sure.
I don't total breakdown in India. As of that time, me figures in a quite the brain or person me talk. It's your own commodity. See the number see hurry, bam,
inflation,
bam. Oh, my name no. As I see a share about Timmy Faswa, ever bread and no say because 2017 200,000, 2024 426,000 Ghana
over 100%. Yeah.
And Oko share the rate of inflation within that period and so it is commensurate with figures now.
So sometimes when they throw it at us, and as Jen and the SI Yakwas and essential for doctors, engineers, lawyers, teachers, big, all the big professions in our.
But we tend to find ourselves in the melee, and then we all jump onto the bandwagon.
MPs, because the same platform, the same school, Obianco school, 770 but yet, as if said, 7 crown.
And then we jump onto the bandwagon and we start running. And then we run with that. It is not proper because a lack of understanding of our core job. Our job, a professional verification. When you try to verify, assume now maintain there because your verification would expose a narrative A or narrative B, but you don't have to pander to our whims and cap. You have to do your job. You verify.
How many
verify.
of our sister stations can behave like multimedia? Especially when we have politicians owning media houses. They will use it for propaganda. It's a war. We count the end of crime. Within the crony juma, with the ethics in the juma, those were jagu. And Ghana for be
would run with your motive.
Exactly.
But I think one thing, man, and in going forward, no, my worry, because when you go to the US, for example, now, and as she CNN say, now issues on national security, Yes, more sometimes partisanship Republican but largely security experts.
They manage
it. And also they have trained in-house journalists away reporter on security.
But that's what is done here.
We're reporting since 1970 something. War be a report into your institution. No, I bet now. No colors, no partisanship, and I think that is where we have to get to, and make sure, say, we have to mute some of the partisan voices, on national issues about security, rather than say, okay, Domi. That is not me fresh some jam fino for me and also for me now you now and also not here for no excited or when you ratings and the
obi na producer for politician what you have
now the real issue because hani pana over about only depth very shallow at best. Okikagu dance around the issues. Kikagu anoko. And America say we have an onerous responsibility. If we would shape the national discourse and take it away from the bare 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, at most 10,000 politicians in Ghana. Now your man in the interest of the 32, 33 million Ghanaians na ebebwa. Enye bibia the ebeka say ye muti political parties ne voice. We cannot do it on every issue. But at least on national security. On education.
I said we got
health.
We got the privilege to engage a national security couple.
Yes.
Which means that and damage Ghana journalists.
And you.
And we continue to do it. Anyway,
but Obi Nsua raising an issue, say Maxwell Sapon, I think it's a very important issue. I say Obi, the problem also is that there are many experts. They have also been influenced by this same NDC and NPP. And their submissions are politically tainted in the political party capture of the state.
So called a mindset. This Kwabena Japan guy. And then I would cry, I think so.
Kwabena Japan of the MPP.
This Kwabena Japan guy, no, a national asset. This Kwame Kenim. I'm expecting President Boni didn't cry. Sanko for you, my boy. Yes. They were Kwame.
Yes.
Oh, Sanko for no. They cut across regimes. Okay, Kwabena Japan. The Nyoma wa brusu from Oye Nigeria so pursue Oye Ghana came before no. No one bra then anamo
nationalist par excellence. Yeah.
Or no me engage in those times. Or general secretary. And waka be seen who didn't tell a party here. Also an paso Kasaba party. Na ono abaye party no
as they say what kind of thing on TV in Oye GS no started to no maintenance.
On TV and if that culture you maintain now.
Yeah.
And Kenya Association of Syria demonstration.
And they are party function.
Can be or grantee interview. And about Omanhene Kwabena time. Year awards. Now Kwebi war, Papa bi war, Castle. For time.
Semper FM.
On a Moment award. Almost that day, and away or your common, and then they were the chicha. Or see, if you a champion time, I go to Kwabena Japan. President Biaba on 70. Why yet true and faithfully to the nation. One bonny, baby. It is any pan Uyabaso. No born abaso. Obi so obi chire mu.
And a few people.
Yeah.
Yes. The president be about the do any journey neighbor. Now pa no. Now obi e journey na cook or me
Obi cook.
You kun crash.
How do we think
This
like
man
that?
from the days of a champion.
How do we think like that? I don't know me can see me nya kwanya ka sem a house of miracle. Me say na so for create preaching. Na ojani social pulpit so
me and our junior pastor no kun atwa junior pastor ni kun kra okun we mpo na ofa o say be ware we re kra
Minister ne
oh dear oh now
you know
okun we be ware we
level and the rate of deterioration in terms of your thinking, your behavior, your attitude, and worry.
Nenra Kabila can be wo British Council program na say enne yeka faith leaders any role in good governance no say the political party capture of the state in the end no so what the tripod leadership strands na ye traditional leadership jina nine ba akoso religious and as a faith leaders jina nine ba akoso political leadership jina nine ba akoso but political leadership na influence it, and now they are even co-opting the traditional and the faith leadership no into way into and now even in sorry no so sorry be in the national head the national superintendent masa the campaign is come it's unbelievable it's unbelievable oje hu a onti ase
se kom bombai
aso ba kwa mani tuasa no sika pa mutua pa di kedu it took big men in both political parties
it is to move in there
to move in and pay money
to go and pay money to pastors who are delegates and say regional House of Chiefs president and the National House of Chiefs president go and see the monies that are paid, and these monies are paid by the same politicians into the other leadership legs of our country and yes are weak they are not there. Then who has moral authority in this country? Moral authority there's no moral authority.
That's what me catch you say no crap
there's no moral authority.
Young Kasa and Yenunu
and in all of this, the media now, we saw 3 legs of leadership now. Media now be place how watchdog role. No, the same political leadership captured the traditional leadership, captured faith leadership. They are now owners of media.
Exactly.
It is a media ownership in the political leadership now. In the whole
that
state,
is our problem.
No moral authority. Nothing.
If political party let me be specific. If NDC is in power, prime areas are seeing NDC.
Oh sure.
Radio stations are aligned to
majority. Yes.
And they
MPP
in power. Majority of the NDP before. All media houses, 99% of the media houses are
owned by them. Yes. Because a deliberate policy for rolling it out. Every MP should have a license. It's a deliberate policy.
Say Aban se sana se kwa Aban for a while. The obey in Sasa. Over 10 times.
Screw no.
So what the yensu
Obi media many will be a Shamu, me show on what Traman on your chair, NDC in Shamu. Also, when you are sports commentator. Only 1 hour.
Shamu letter.
Another fine commentator.
No, hello, FM. Fox, hello,
another fine commentator. And also, Abrabumu Nsemo. Echin.
Ebenezer for yes.
You know, or the Grand
US. It's your nest. US of Nisika de bro. Nisika de bro.
Debiana, what trying to offer. No, they better social media.
Yes.
They be Adam Kaze.
And Nano Coco.
Bomodia na udo you back with you. And me say,
don't worry,
so one energetic guy, as Omodio Obama no Bagana. No obey Juma.
Obey party.
Own India. Own India Shamo. It depends on
sharp guy.
Only I continue with my running sports commentary.
Man, Obi say David Sapo or share with YouTube. See, look at them. They are talking as if they are not part of the program.
We are part of it.
David Sapo, now say and what share introspection? I started off by saying the challenge I was a BBI partisanship. No, firm 99. We've said it.
Yeah, that's Obi. Kasa we crying now. And ya kasa. It's a Sebi yen I fear home to Tubi. My own same person. Go and listen to other stations.
Yes.
You contribute.
Yes.
Be a mood dear.
And I think a whole day when you
so what I say. No, be engine from so to say.
Kasa because what is the we've raised a certain culture. Say and I said this today and I'll continue to say say the standard of journalism now is when you say OBD. Obetna ha oni Omanhene mu de mo abanyachi mu ni di atem mo na ye de share under the cloak say speak truth to power and I'm like what is truth to power? Truth to power idea there. Truth to power say member be di atem.
It's not true.
Is that what we call truth to power?
It's not true.
When in the end komo ayedi, what about yen komo and any truth to power? What is not truthful about komo?
Manentias said dear Fekran say we admit that we are part of the challenges that this country.
Yes.
In admitting your friends we will improve on the weakness to get the best for ourselves for our country Ghana. Say be progressive. Ono so ontie na so pem. Kasa say yen fan chichi.
Ono so na famu de no onye.
Kasa say yen fan chichi kro.
Yes.
O de kasa say chichi kro a e kro bo. What the TV show na come so say other stations look at him. They ono so te ono so chire. But when and chichi kro
we will not do that.
And fan kabo ma. Who can pledge anthem now? We are enjoined as a people to ensure that Ghana ebeya sunje my continuously. Na emu nipa no so edimu nyoma pa. Now one ebeya kan before no so no strictly they will understand that entam na so no. So the dia agura ebeya generation one wo busu nya challenge. That's what we are getting to now. Yeni abri because ye nyina ya dada ye ho ache. Ye nunu ye ho asre ache. Itiene yanko commission KVIP bi mu. We deserve better.
Asempa FM.
It is not beyond or above us. Yanko sit down kitweri popotwe bia nkoka ze yesi edan we ama baby e na store say yesi won kran yina no baby e be junso ne be ye yini e be the stores
I wonder why yesi stores bonya container.
Yes, I'm wondering why
they containers na age baby afa.
I'm wondering why they are doing that.
Containers.
One e be see blog ne de baby e be ye hu ye o junso no why ye hu ye no e be ni ho
na no put na store no man e fie compound house square ni KVIP ni agyaye compound house Mizu KVIP we ni toilet crowd with your compound house compound na or the man rent o do you who out here say ni we sit down toilet in the man rent are you crazy
assembly so hwe omo kaza emfa
no my member is borders on health yema FDA for poor mo game no enuane ahodo ayedi no say kala nko an dey titiri omo che bayire no omo de kala hye ne say tam
bayire
ana say
bayire ayache e me so my favorite no ba me nto baby akeke
ana ayizo enwo no say this stage bana yes semina
ai
eno so ye di enwo no
enwo kokko
this stage be yes semina anwa no so omo de
anwa na omo de yes semina no national security for ayo operations akwachi
say omo de yes semina na manfo ton odwom
no say enwo no omo expert enim de for kire say enwo du ba bi a atra ne consumption as aduane ayedi aba be ye a product ye
de semina ye de enwo say wudi
yes
ba na omo eton ni nim
omo nim pa omo de
cheaper
obi omo nim de na so won de ni anim maame na osesa anka o malata market maame 26 abro be 20 apro o se won za apro o te chima anka omo de ye gina wo chitisi anka be jai. That's why sometimes you come back to our roots. Me could the voter region ejami phone stew or chop bar behind voter serene or whatever.
Yeah, voter serene, yeah.
Because you know, na chop bar no obi afa phone no e dia koma no na onim se me wo Adom TV nti o se kian ne kese ma makra na e ade a o de be ko na sa suni ban na obeje bi onkra
eso botom kra yaji
obeje bi onkra
ye ye free botom
ene o giran kra ha na obi ayi ne be ma ejun so airport. No, I just don't find a wedding. That's my church cannot be John Dramani Mama His Excellency alone. It cannot be another Dan Kwaku alone. Obi Obenya sa privilege and say, oh, share Ghana. You sometimes can I say I him for you crowd vetting Baba Mokota or more bread. So
I think speaker as part of the beautiful reforms on the parliament. Almost had in yes, unim so man a car obo a car will bo as a minister, a ministerial nominee, honest as you. Because I am for never na omo car open. Omo banso a per diem obedidi inti overten nkwa no obewie no verten nkwa na be 20,000 Ghana
20,000 cities
ofi ho
21,000 cities
in one day verten na obedi be to say MPC e call ye bi di mesa money ade 15 minutes 20 minutes 30 minutes we obebo ka 100,000 200,000 one day verten
one nso a eno nsusanso de to so biem
ohini bi meka se
nananom atitiri omo kroma na ewe de se bokwa me piani aba so saa me se nyame bo na ba so nananom ntie ye si afinim a ye beto aba yi ye kandifo se me Kwabena Asante me ba manim na me ka chem se mo nto aba mame a me sire mo ma mo re mfi mu se mo di dom anim e ma mo fam pepere ho nko ka se yi man hia jo ma man hia ba anka me hu nfi bi da nanamu a asofo no yesere mo se wo asafo mu a enye MPP fo nko a na NDC fo nko a na wo asafo no mu your best can always be to pray for every leader and roll out a plan how you say about community and the constituency no region so we dey wunya akwanya na betra konwa no so a wadaroma ye kwan no hwemae wadaroma yisuku no hwemae wadaroma ye mabunu no wa anu si no wunya akwanya nya adwuma wadaroma yesi post station wa hwe na post for nya den emra these are conversation bia ko behind the scenes obi me classmate or ye me colleague wa dwom na nei wakoye kandifo for Kumasi Asante Kotoko and I say ba no and I say or judge ni pam na obi abesa na meti makonwom na afuna me be obi so be chese obi so when I say be about the way already people suspect that yes it is that you know so what I say if you obi me na obi makoda obi obey the okwa judge pay asem bia be free me mantama ko bia de mo fam bra na ma dia me
but make us say this one I had it from Nanado himself kufota mo na Tony General on say na odi nkrafon cases Nanado be atoro judge o call office e na nkrafo ahimfu ibi omo bai ye be ma na kwa aba Attorney General to bai na omo say oh waba be transfer die ye da nyame ase bibia be ko yi ye di bibi kakra ba sika wo Ghana must go ye de ba ne bo transfer so no so is that's good no mo kan kra ehi and of friend accountant so me mom receipt na if en ko to
ministry no
and ko for say ni o me na account so ko pam account o de ma de to oh they go what be accommodate for
yes but that's it only Omanhene Kwabena Asante go see essentially we've done 27 minutes after 4 higher Sempa FM we say Obi good afternoon, happy Independence Day to you and to your team. Kindly wish Kwame Jesse aka Shu, who hails from Koforidua Ifidiase and based in Plaistow in London, a glorious birthday for me. It's from Mr. Kojo Fred, wifey and the rest of the family. They would like to celebrate you today, Shu. Happy Independence Day, reaching out to Alfred Esirifi Asari, aka Shaggy, and